What did you discover on the internet that led to someone going straight to jail? Just because someone has a clean record, that doesn't mean they have a clean mind. That is exactly what I learned when my parents hired a piano teacher for me called Mr. Royce. He was handsome and always wore a suit to our lessons, which led to my friends teasing me about liking him. I would blush every time because Royce liked sitting close to me and guiding my hands on the piano. He had this cheery smile on his face that would come out whenever I played well, and he'd say things like, "Emma, you're so good at this that maybe you should be the instructor." He also always greeted my parents with either chocolates or flowers, and my mother liked him instantly. He's so established and easy to trust. I feel secure whenever he's with Emma. Although my dad was always suspicious and said he didn't like the look in his eyes, he trusted my mother. I loved his lessons and looked forward to them daily. But everything changed during a movie night with my friends. My best friends Lucas, Ava, and Sophie were over, and Lucas was messing around on his laptop like the little nerd he is. He ended up on this sketchy local forum where people talked anonymously. At first, he showed us some funny posts where people filmed babies falling on snow. Then Lucas got all quiet, really quiet out of nowhere. His eyes went wide and his mouth hung open a bit. "Emma, you need to see this," he said, turning the laptop screen toward me. It was a series of anonymous posts that were very detailed and explicit, describing creepy obsessions with the guy's piano students. He was telling everyone how he liked sitting close to his students and sniffing their hair, and wrote about which scent was the best, only with a different word. All of his students were underage, and I nearly gagged when I read the part where he had actually hooked up with one of them. Everyone was tense because of the word piano, but no one actually thought it might be Royce. That is until we read the following comment. "Emma smells really nice, like lavender, but I wish her friend Sophie would also take my classes. She's one of the prettiest girls I've seen." Sophie ran to the bathroom to throw up, and I just sat there, trying to process what we just read. It felt like insects were crawling all over my skin whenever I thought about Royce leaning over me. I didn't know if I should tell my parents because I was scared of being called a liar, especially with how much my mother liked him. The next day, I forced myself to act normal when he came over again, but then he put his hands on my shoulder and I tensed up immediately. He picked up on that and asked almost like giving a threat, "You seem distracted, Emma. Is everything okay?" This went on for an entire week. All my friends had shut down and told me they needed some space. Meanwhile, with every day that went by, I was becoming more and more scared. Then came the recital day. Royce had hyped up this event for months and told me I needed to show what I had learned while all the parents watched. The morning of the event, I just completely broke down and told my parents I didn't want to go. I had snot running down my face and couldn't even form proper sentences. So I pulled up the photos we had taken of Lucas's laptop. My mother looked like she had seen a ghost and just hugged me in silence. But my dad, he had a blank look on his face that almost scared me even more than Royce's hands. He asked, "When did you see these?" I answered while still crying, "A week ago." He said, "Stay inside and lock the doors. I'll be back." I later found out that he had driven straight to that recital and confronted Royce in front of everyone. At first, he denied everything. That can't be true. Everyone knows my reputation. He got interrupted by a swift punch to the face. He went down and my dad showed the screenshots to everyone else who was there, and some of the parents recognized other names as their own kids. Royce panicked and ran straight for the door, but a big burly dad jumped in the way and grabbed him by his collar. "You're not going anywhere." My dad closed their distance and told him, "If you confess everything right now, we'll let you go." Royce believed those words and spat out the truth, telling everyone how he couldn't control his urges. But as soon as he was done, my dad jumped on him and started wailing. He grabbed a nearby chair and shoved one leg into Royce's nose repeatedly, before making it pierce the top side of the nose. By the time the police arrived to arrest Royce, it looked like an elephant had stepped on his face. When they asked who did that to him, everyone replied, "I think he just fell." My dad came home and apologized for not seeing it sooner, and I let out a huge sigh of relief once he said I didn't have to attend any more lessons.